part of your current role is to coach your originators on mindset. You described this woman as having a great mindset. Some people have one, and some people need some recalibrating of their mindset.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about
I actually grew up in a pretty negative household. And so I've been working on my own mindset for a really long time. So I feel like I'm in sync with folks that, are going through that stuff as well. But my thing is no fear, no self-pity, and no judgment. That's what I work on all the time. So when you have a thought that goes through your head, you're like, is this true? Like, is this thought just a fear? Like, where's this coming from, right? And just examining, being aware of the thoughts that are coming through your brain, right? And if they're helpful, right? And a lot of times we sit there and we stew in our brain and we don't get into our body. Like you said, she was doing the activities, right? And she was living more in the moment, in the present, and not really letting fear take over. And surprisingly, like, people were willing to meet, she was surprised. They were willing to meet. They connected with, when she sat down, she was adopted from Ethiopia and she was talking about that, and she was connecting with people on all kinds of things. And not every deal, every person she met with led to a quick referral right away, but she was, planting seeds constantly. And if she wasn't necessarily getting business, she was sharing about her adoption or her teaching experience or connecting in some way, which, if you're in sales, it's your job as a loan officer. Like, a lot of loan officers think I need to know everything about the file and all the products, but really your number one job is lead generation. If you don't have a lead to work on, you don't need to know product, right? Like, you have to generate leads. And that's the number one thing that makes you a salesperson. I think some people think salespeople are like sleazy car salesmen, but I don't look at it like that at all. What we're adding in terms of value and decision making. And that's why you got to get really good at your craft. At the beginning, you might not know everything. You got to rely on other people at your company or on your team. But, hone in, get good at your craft, know your products, know what the process is like. You have your systems where you teach the perfect loan process, right? Everyone should know about that, right? So that they're serving people well. And when you do those things, you gain confidence. When you do the activities, you gain confidence. Like, I used to be scared of the phone. Now I will call anyone and say anything. Like, I don't care. I just have no fear towards it. But, that takes time and that takes repetition. I feel like the worst thing that people can say is no, but if they say yes, like, what could this unlock? And it's an adventurous business, and something that's been extremely beneficial in my life. And, a lot of people that I work with, like, at first it was about the client. And 4 years ago, I took a step back to help other loan officers and, branch managers, area managers, sales managers help with these skill sets, with the mindset, with the product, to create a great experience and basically to help build a life that they design that's going to impact others. So I feel like I can have a bigger impact with working with a large amount of loan officers, because we make such a difference in other people's lives and their biggest purchase. And it's an extremely rewarding, position. So.